So it's nice to have you here this weekend. This is Silvertone Stare from the class of 2006. Right. Okay. So it's great to have you here.
Good to be here, Julie.
Great. Were you here? You were not here all 4 years.
No, I wasn't. No, I just was here 2 years, so my junior and senior year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so now you were telling me earlier that when you came, you were not really even a Christian.
Right. Right.
So tell me a little bit about what made you decide to come and what that was like, not being a Christian and showing up on a campus that was very much Christian.
Yeah, it was tough, but the Lord led me here, and I realized later on in life that it was for a reason. Mm-hmm. But I grew up in the city, and then I just came here, which is pretty much country. So it was definitely a cultural shock.
You were from
New York City.
New York City.
Yeah.
So not just a little city or town. It was okay.
Yeah. It's so as I was here, I had to adjust with the whole program here, and as spirituality, I really believed in God before I came here, but I wasn't going to any church, and so this was like God trying to reveal Himself in a more personal way to me at this moment in my life. And this was when I was a later teenager here.
Did you have any, you must have had some kind of contact with Adventism.
Right, I did.
To know about the school.
Yeah, so my aunt was an Adventist.
Okay.
And what led me to come here is that my mom in particular wanted me to be in a school that can get me back into my studies, get my life back together, because I was really going not on a good path in New York. And so my aunt knew about Oklahoma Academy. In fact, she first recommended Washita Hills Academy.
Oh, wow.
And things didn't work out there, but Oklahoma Academy, the Lord led me here, and He opened the door. Exactly.
Great.
Yeah.
So tell me some memories maybe that stand out in your mind from your time here.
Wow, there's so many memories. I guess memories that I take with me till this day is our worship time together. I thought that was very meaningful, especially the men's dorm worship. I really enjoyed our discussions there. Dean Pritchett was our dean at the time, and he would just give some very powerful Bible studies, which I learned a lot in those Bible studies. And so I guess just the environment of just worshiping together as a community, that really is something that you don't get when you leave from here. It's very unique here for Oklahoma Academy students, staff, and that's one of the things that I still miss is our community here.
So do you feel like it was through those types of experiences that the Lord worked on your heart and brought you to commit your life to Him while you were here?
It was pretty much everything that OA follows as their curriculum. The structure of going to school, working, being in worship. What really got me to give my life to Christ was a mission trip that I went on my senior class trip, and we ended up going to Jamaica. Yeah, and so in Jamaica, the Messiah's Mansion ministry went there, and my class, we were doing ministry there in Jamaica.
Okay.
And it was for a whole month. And my first sermon was actually the tour, the hour tour. Okay. And I just felt, wow, the Lord used me in this hard task, because I was reviewing the tour and studying, about the sanctuary, and I just felt so inadequate. But when the Lord had me go to share for the first time, He really used me in a mighty way that really changed my life. In fact, that very night, literally, I stood in the courtyard and I was like, I have to give my life to Christ. Just
Wow.
like He gave His life for me,
Mhm.
I need to just give my life to Christ.
So that
And
message
that's
of
what happened.
the sanctuary message is through giving it is what
Right.
reached your heart.
Exactly.
And brought the gospel in really to home for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's neat.
Because it laid out the whole plan of salvation,
Mhm.
and I needed a new beginning,
Mhm.
because I had gone through a lot of stuff, and it was just beautiful, the gift of salvation. And so I made the decision when I was there to get baptized, and
Mhm.
came back here, did some Bible studies with Brian Holland,
Mhm.
and was baptized, I believe, a week before I graduated.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's wonderful. So tell me a little bit, I know there's probably a lot to the story, but how the Lord has led you since you graduated and what He's doing in your life.
Yeah, most recently, I just finished my bachelor's in theology. I went to Southern Adventist University,
Mhm.
and I didn't really know what I wanted to do, even when I went to college in California, and then went to Bible college. I did ministry as a Bible worker, but I wasn't sure what the Lord was leading me to do as a profession. Yeah.
Mhm.
And so I went through the theology program, and the Lord used those 3 years to show me some stuff of what He's done in the past, how He's led my life. And then I just noticed that the Lord really had a plan for me to do something in His work. And when I went to Southern, it wasn't to be a pastor or anything like that. It was just, okay, I want to get more training in theology. I want to know more about the Adventist church. I want to continue to grow and learn. And so I went with that intention. But I always had a desire in my heart to do ministry. And so those 3 years, in fact, that just recently happened. I graduated in May, this May. I just sensed the Lord just leading me into full-time ministry. And so I accepted the call within the last year and a half, I believe, where the Lord was just showing me through people, through experiences, and just revealing that He does want me to do something for Him in ministry.
Wonderful.
And so now I'm a pastor, I graduated there, and now I'm doing my seminary studies. And the Lord has really blessed all along, because He's provided, for me to go to the seminary by being sponsored.
Wonderful.
And I just see how God has led up to now, and I just see that I was made for this. This is why I'm here. So it's just exciting to find now what the Lord has put in my heart for me to do.
Wonderful testimony.
Yeah.
So what would your advice be to students that are going through Oklahoma Academy right now?
Well, first and foremost, you want to have your relationship with God intact. You want to really use these couple years or few years, however long a student might be here, to learn how to grow in your relationship with Christ. Because when you're gone from this environment, it's I guess much harder. And so if you can learn skills and know how to have a relationship with Christ, and get to know Him in this beautiful environment here in Hera, and just continually fall in love with Him, and He will show you what He has in store for you. So yeah.
Wonderful advice. We all need that, not just the students. Well, thank
Praise
you
God.
so much, Silvertone, for
Yeah,
speaking with
anytime.
us.
Anytime. Thank you for
All right.
having me.
All